I have 3 samples here from soil that I dug up from the garden area. We're going to look at this one here first. So we're trying to discover what type of soil do we have here. Is it clay soil? Is it silty soil? Is it sandy? Or is it lovely loamy soil that's almost like compost when you dig it up? So we look at this first one here. When I lift it up straight away I can feel it's quite heavy and it's cold to touch and it's wet. It smells nice. So I'm going to take a little lump here and see can I roll it into a ball. So you can see that will stay very easily, it'll stay stuck together. Now if you have sandy soil, you won't be able to roll it into a ball. So there are lots of clay particles in this particular soil sample, but it's not all clay. If I break it apart, you see it is holding together, but little bits are falling off. So there are some sand and silt particles in there too. So I know this is very rich soil, but it does hold on to water and it can be hard to work. This sample here, this is actually from just across the road from where we live, and it's on the edge of coming into bogland. So there's lots of sand and silt deposits around here, but it's on the edge of a bog, so it's quite unusual to have these side by side. You can see it's darker in colour. It's very crumbly, very friable. It actually would be great for growing vegetables. I'm not sure how good it would be at holding on to nutrients, but you can see it's totally broken up there. And again, nice, really nice smell of it, that lovely soily smell. So there is some clay in this, but it's harder to roll this bit into a ball, and it breaks apart and crumbles much easier. And so that's soil that's on the edge of a bog, so there's plenty of peat in that, but also plenty of topsoil as well. This little patch here, this is from my own garden, from my vegetable garden. So over the last few years, organic matter has been added to this soil. I know the soil around here from working it, it is quite silty and sandy mostly, because my hands afterwards would be very dry. You'd feel them dry. And if you look at this, it's lovely, crumbly, friable soil. You might even be able to see some of the organic matter in there, the darker patches that we've added. There's loads of little stones. I don't worry about them at all. I don't try and take them out unless they're totally in my way. And they will help drainage and they hold on to water. So you can see it's totally crumbly, totally friable. If I try and squeeze it together, it's very difficult for me now. I can just about do it if I squeeze it really hard. I can squeeze it into a ball, but if I try and break it up, it crumbles. So it's nice loamy soil, a good mixture of sand and silt and clay. So I suggest in your recreational areas, if you want to develop them, you dig a few little patches around and you start looking at the soil. Is it all holding together? Does it break apart, or is it sandy and you can't form it into a ball at all? Whatever way your soil is, we'll be able to work with it. You can improve it by adding compost.